So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. Is this anybody's first time being on Temperature Check Thursday? If it's your first time, welcome, but I wanna see you drop a 2 in the chat box. If it is. Any first timers? No? Yay. Okay, so, okay, we have one first timer, Ayana. Hi, Ayana, welcome. Guys, I do want this to become something that, we open up to, because remember, it's not just about trading. Like, I really genuinely do like and enjoy coming on here and sharing like positivity, spreading some knowledge. I feel like it's something that every single person can benefit from. So throughout this call, like if you guys want to take like a little bit of a picture, tag somebody, invite somebody, like I want you guys to invite people onto these calls. Like I don't care if you send this out to your aunt, uncle, I really don't care. Like send this chat out, like send this link out. It's not something that's going to be private. I want it to grow. I want to be able to share and spread positivity to everybody. Temperature check is something that every single person is going to need. Like that positivity, like how can you go wrong with that? So I'm inviting you to go ahead and invite, whether it be 1 to 2 friends to the next Temperature Check Thursday, friend, stranger, doesn't even matter. But Ayana, being that it is your first time on this call, my name is Marcy. I started this whole entire Temperature Check Thursday because I feel like it's a really good midweek thing. I was actually talking to Katie about it, and like, everybody was doing all these calls to like train and have people like trading oriented. And I told Katie, I'm like, you know what? Like, this is something that really does play. It's like an up and down roller coaster, emotional, it's so unpredictable. Like, same way that life is, it's super unpredictable. And I feel like we should do something, like put something nice together where we're able to connect with everybody, to create this culture where everybody could feel like they can just tap in midweek and have somebody share some good, like something positive, like be on a positive note. And that's something that I would love. That was the whole purpose of starting Temperature Check Thursdays, because it's in the middle of the week. So if you had a really rough week starting off, you're literally, oh, Katie, can you let somebody in? I'm sorry, I have somebody in the waiting room.
I disabled the waiting room, so they should have been able to get in.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so Temperature Check Thursday was basically because it's on a Thursday. So if you had a crazy beginning of the week, Thursday is going to be your midpoint to make sure you have a great weekend. Like, or just in general, a little bit of, motivation never hurt anybody. So to get started on today's call, how's everybody doing today? I want to see, I know I keep telling you guys to go into the chat box, but let me see, how's everybody doing today? Is everybody doing good? Are we happy? I want you guys to type it in. How are you guys doing today? Blessed and favored. I love it. Not the best. Okay. Anybody else? How are you doing today? Did we have some incredible days today? Okay, blessed for sure. It was productive. Okay. Did we have some incredible days? How many of us actually woke up today and were motivated? Like, let's be honest. How many of us woke up today motivated? How many of us have had better days? And how many of you are actually pushing through your day today? Like, realistically, how many of you are actually pushing through your day today? I want you guys to be honest. Remember, Temperature Check Thursday is for us to be vulnerable and honest. Because see, if you're one of those people who are just getting through your day because your body is on somewhat of like an autopilot mode, I want you to know that it's okay. That's the whole purpose of this. It's okay. If you're in a better place today than you were yesterday because you practiced self-talk and you meditated and you got on your knees this morning and prayed for guidance and just surrendered your life problems and put them into the universe's hands, because, there are things in our life right now that are beyond our control. I just want you to know that I'm proud of you. Like, I'm proud of you and I'm honored to have you on this call. See, I had a whole different game plan for today's call, guys. I actually took a break in between my day and meditated and prayed on like what today's subject should be. And honestly, mental health was like the only thing that really targeted me. And it almost didn't let me like lose that train of thought like throughout my meditation. Like, I really had a whole entire game plan. I planned for this call from the week prior, and then like I have like a little calendar, but I'm like, no, like I went into meditation. I was like, I just want to make sure that I bring forward like a really good message for everybody. And I sat there, and literally mental health was the number one thing that just kept sitting in my head. And I'm like, okay, that's what I'm gonna move forward with. Like, this is literally all gonna be coming from the heart. Like, I really wanna know if I have your permission to be real today. Like, do I have your permission to speak uncensored? Can I be as transparent as I can with all of you? Because I really do need your permission, because this subject, this topic is a sensitive one. Everybody? Y'all sure? If not, right now is a good time to exit. Go off. Okay, we here. All right, y'all gave me the green light. About to pop off. See, I know that I come on here to encourage and like implement positivity into your midweek check. Like, that's the whole point of the temperature check. I just finished stressing that for the first 5 minutes. And it's something that I genuinely love to do. Like, it really comes from my heart when I speak to all of you. And the fact that you guys even take the time out of your days to jump on this call, like, you guys really do fuel me. Like, I put thought into this. I like to put things together. That's why I open the doors for everybody. Like, hey guys, like, let me know if there's a specific subject you want me to touch base on next temperature check. When there's not, I still plan ahead. But I have to be honest, sometimes being strong when you wear it so much, like, I don't know if we could mute everybody. But like I was saying, like, sometimes, like I said, I have to be honest, sometimes being strong, and when you wear it so much, when you're forced to wear it so much, when you wear it so well, it tends to almost become like a mask. And sometimes that mask becomes something that you wear so well because you have to be strong, whether it be for you, whether it be for your kids, your family, friends, employees, mentees, as for some of us. But there's not one person on this call who has not had to wear that mask forcefully, at least throughout one whole day. Now, there are some that have worn it for years and silently. And I want you all to understand that sometimes our strongest members take on the most pain, and that is okay. We can't deny the forces that when we attain a certain amount of pressure, that we're basically gonna get, okay, so when you take on so much pressure, it's almost like you feel like you have this obligation to get used to it. Not everybody takes that incorrectly. Sometimes it will redirect you, and then that redirection leads to suffering, okay? And life is not always going to be great. That's just the reality of it. And like, I'm being as transparent as possible because, guys, it's so, like, a lot of people cry the most silent tears, and you guys don't even know about it. So if you fall, what do? You're told you just get right back up, right? Sounds so easy, right? They say that you never fail until you actually give up. But let's be honest, guys, like, it's so much easier said than done. Let's be real. That shit is, I'm sorry to curse, but y'all said I could be transparent. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna keep it exactly how I am. And it's easier said than done. I know what it feels like to have a broken heart. I know what it feels like to feel alone, criticized, to feel less than, but I need you to know that this is not the end. Do not give up. Do not give up. Stay in it and remain focused. And even that shit sounds so much easier said than done. Guys, sometimes whether you win or lose, depression is still going to kick in. Stress, anxiety, depression, loneliness. How to shake yourself out of these emotions is by gaining momentum, okay? I know that sometimes it gets hard to get up and get out of bed. Your emotions lay heavy on your chest. I know it's hard to express gratitude sometimes because everything in your world is falling apart. Guys, you still have to gain that momentum. And it's not always gonna be like the big goal that has to get you out of bed. Like, you know, like I understand, like sometimes we paint something that might be like so picture perfect. I think that's when I really started struggling at one point to be like, damn, I can't really relate to these people. Because, and not this in general, like in my past, I'm like, I can't relate. Like, life's not that great. Like, I don't care how many books I read. I don't care how many positive quotes I have. My life is falling apart. My world is crashing. Everything in my life is falling apart, and I can't front. Because you can't lie to yourself. If there's one person you can't lie to, it's yourself. And only you know what you undergo. Social media pressures, everything looks perfect and can be, that's so true. We live in a world where perfection is literally what people think that everybody has to obtain, and it's not that. It's so surreal. It's like smoke and mirrors. But it's not always, like I said, it's not always going to be the big goals that get you out of bed. Sometimes the little things like getting up, brushing your teeth. And I say this, it's not to be funny, but like if you've ever really experienced depression, like goals like brushing your teeth, taking a shower, and going for a walk are a lot for a person that didn't want to wake up. A person who went to sleep the night before with one desire and one desire only, and it was to not wake up. Let's be real. Depression is an emotion, not a being. I want you guys to say this like over and over and over because it helped me. So let me help you. Depression is an emotion, not a being. And I'm going to say it again and again and again. I'm really not going to say it 10 times, but I'm going to say it at least 2 more. Depression is an emotion, not a being. You know who taught me that? Dr. Leaf. I'm not sure if you guys know. Her Instagram is like Dr. Leaf, something else. But I'll find her Instagram later on. But Dr. Leaf, she actually taught me literally, that's probably one of the most valuable lessons in my life. Okay. She said that when you address and acknowledge the emotion of depression, and you are ready to face it and dismiss it, all you have to say is, I feel depressed because, okay? Because saying I am depressed, you're welcoming the entity. You guys hear the difference in that? I am depressed. No, you are not. Depressed is not a person. It's not a being. Like, it's like saying I am gray. No, this is the color gray. No, like, I am depressed. No, you're not. You're owning it. No, I am Marcy. I am not depressed. Like, depression is an emotion. It's not a being. Don't give it that entity. Because, y'all, this is a spiritual world. And that's a demon just wanting to fall into it, like wanting you to fall into its hands. So you are not depressed. Depressed is an emotion. And you feel depressed because that's where you identify what has you feeling this way. What is triggering that emotion? You need to find that root and see the root, identify how to heal from it. It takes time. I'm not telling you that, oh, by next temperature check Thursday, everything's gonna be fine. No, like, I'm not here to paint no perfect picture. But like, realistically, this platform that I'm opening right here, this door, this connection that I'm allowing you guys, like, that I'm being this vulnerable with you guys, it's not just for you guys to, hey, like, talk to me on Thursday in the little chat box. No, you guys can call me. Like, contact me. I'm going to drop my social media again for the millionth time. I'm not sure if you guys have me on social media. I'm not sure. I know there's only one person that's new to this call. Reach out to me. Because I've been in your shoes before. And you're not in that shit alone. So sometimes it can be us. Like, it can't just be us to save ourselves. And that is okay too. You can't just put it into your own hands. You can only do so much for yourself. Stress can literally lead to so much. Guys, during hard times, not even the ones close to you can help you. And I mean that sometimes people like shake it off so easily, like, oh, you're gonna be fine. Let's just go out for a drink. Let's just no, let's just hang out. No, like, I'm depressed. Like, I feel depressed. It's people take it so lightly, but in reality, it's not. It's nothing to play with. And stress is one thing that can lead to so much, okay? Guys, during hard times, not even the ones closest to you can help you. Sometimes I really do feel like my life is a movie. Like, I really do wish that I could make like literally 99.9% of what happens to me up, because I never viewed myself to be a strong person. And I really just thought that I could endure a lot of pain. I mean, for those of you that have been here since day one, hence the fact that I used to fight, like MMA fight. I was like numb from the physical, like down from physical to mental pain. Like, imagine that. Like, I think about it and I'm like, okay, I would go like 4 3-minute rounds and not feel a thing. Like, the next day, like, I wasn't so sold on the fact that I'm like not feeling like any type of pain. But in the moment, like, shit, like, I remember it's like, okay, you could break my ribs and I really wouldn't feel it. But you guys, I know that Ayana is new. There might be a couple new people on here as well. But 2 weeks ago, I actually touched base on forgiveness. I had people, I had everybody kind of, I covered what the importance of a journal is and writing in a journal. And I had people do a journal entry for themselves where they express like that forgiveness, right? Forgiveness for themselves, or like to also write 3 people's names down that they feel like they have to forgive, one of them including themselves. And the whole purpose behind that one is because I don't want you to feel left out. I want you to understand like how important forgiveness is that sometimes we feel like holding that grudge and that anger and that resentment or whatever emotion it might be that somebody made us feel, it really does more pain for us than for the person that we're holding that grudge against. Because if you think about it, they go day by day without thinking about it. You're the one holding the grudge. And I think I even use the analogy of like, it's almost like wanting to it's almost like setting yourself on fire and hoping that the person that pissed you off dies because of the fumes, because of the fumes that they're inhaling. You know, like, it really does that much more damage to yourself. So one of the things that I wanted to express last time was how to find that forgiveness and how to really target that. But for you guys, everybody else that was on the call, remember, like, the forgiveness portion that we spoke about. Forgiveness, like forgiving yourself and then forgiving those around you, and the weight that comes off of your shoulders. You guys remember that part? How many of you guys actually called somebody to forgive them? I want you to drop a 777 if you actually called somebody. Like, I know some of you wrote to yourself, but if you actually physically called somebody and did that portion of the assignment, I told you I was going to check up on you. If you actually called somebody, only Gia called somebody and for forgiveness. I wasn't here for that, but back in July I did that and it literally changed my life. Miranda, you're awesome. Gia, you're awesome for that. I call the person who first signed me up. Okay, let's go. See, I love that. They understood the assignment. Okay, anyways. So you see, we have to forgive ourselves more than just overall, right? The same way that we called everybody and like forgave and like we wrote ourselves a letter, like we literally have to, I want it to be more than just that journal entry that I had you guys write, forgiving yourself. Like, we literally have to forgive ourselves more than just the overall entry that I had you guys write. Like, I want you to forgive yourself for almost quitting. I want you to forgive yourself for almost giving up. I want you to forgive yourself for what you said about yourself when you were running late. For what you didn't get the chance to do correctly because you were in a rush. Right? Or that name calling, that self-talk we do. I want you to forgive yourself for what you said to yourself when you looked in the mirror. Down to that. I want you to forgive yourself for what you said to yourself when the pants or the shirt that you tried on didn't fit the way that you wanted it to. Forgive yourself from the minor issues. Okay? Because we live in a world that perfection is chased more than acceptance. Say it again. Perfection is chased more than acceptance. And this is what I mean by that. Accepting yourself for who you are. People chase perfection more. Shit, some people think that by achieving perfection is what's going to get them accepted. That's wrong. And that's wrong. I don't care what you do to your physical. If your mental is not there, it means shit. And I'm here to remind you that you are enough. You are strong. You are wealthy. You break bad habits. You are vulnerable. You are very valuable. You are a champion. You radiate joy and you walk with the purpose. You are beautiful. You are handsome. I want you to tell yourself that you are everything that you yourself sabotage yourself for not having enough of. Because we literally are guilty of this. We are our biggest critics. Let's cut the comparisons. Look in the mirror and tell yourself who you are. Ignore the people in your life. Look at yourself and look at yourself in the eyes and admire you. You will get through the tough times. This too shall pass. This pain that you feel is temporary. This world needs you. I don't know how many people, I know that it's like, it might sound crazy, but literally all of this came into my heart and I need you guys to understand. This world needs you. I don't care how bad your situation might be right now, how bad whatever mental situation you're battling, you are enough. And because you are, I know that I'm here saying this is, listen, I know that I'm here saying this as someone who's going to hear it and know that the shoe fits. Like, I don't know who you are, but if you felt like this is in your gut, if you felt me in your chest, like with the words that just know that I prayed for this guidance. Like, just know that for today's call, like I'm really speaking from the heart and like this was for you. Like I said before, you are enough. And I love you and I need you here. And I need each and every single one of you here each and every Thursday. So you know what that means? That means that I need you to show up every single fucking day. Because genuinely, guys, I really do love you all. And my whole topic for today was mental health, clearly. I feel like it's something that a lot of people oversee. I'm not here to pretend every single Thursday like, oh my God, everything's great. Because trust me, guys, everybody goes through it. Even me, even I, the person that sits here and writes out like positivity for next week and the week after and things like that. Like, I was not on this call last week for a reason. Okay? Mental health is a thing. And I speak on something that I believe in, and it's because I preach from the heart, and I just need I know that if I'm going through it, somebody else has gone through it as well. And, you know, that's what I'm here for. I want you guys to know that I'm grateful for you. I want you guys to know that I'm ready to see what unlocks and what unleashes and what comes out of you within these next 90 days, 30 days, shit, a week. I want you guys to push through any situation that you're currently going through and just know that you're not alone. Temperature Check Thursdays is not just something you tune into every single Thursday. I drop my social media in there for a reason. Like, if you guys ever need somebody to talk to, trust and believe that I'm here. Because what I experienced last week was something that was crazy. Somebody literally reached out to me and I was like, dang, like this is somebody who barely even has access to me and they needed my help. They needed my assistance. So I'm like, hold up. I need to make it known that anybody can reach out to me to actually get through these tough times. I really had to talk somebody out of hurting themselves last week, guys. Do you know what that does? It's crazy. But I'm here for it. I'm not just here for the smiles. I want to see every single one of you win. You guys are all great. You guys are all amazing. You guys are all worthy. You guys all have value. All of us have our purpose that we're here to unleash. We're part of something great. We have a culture that's only going to push us to be our best potential, to be amazing individuals, better every single day as life goes on. But I want you guys to know that it's okay to not be okay. And y'all have a sister in me. So with that being said, guys, I wanted to say thank you to everybody that jumped on today. I love you all. If you guys gained any type of value from this call, just drop a 444 in that chat box because 4 is my angel number. And yeah, let's go. I love you guys. I appreciate you all. Please, please, please find me on Instagram. Message me what you want to talk about next week. I'm open to changing the schedule around. I love hearing from you guys. I literally do this for every single one of you. Share this with your friends. Like, I really just want to add value to everybody, and I'm grateful for you all. Remember, you guys all have a purpose. Love you all. And also, actually, you know what? Katie did bring up a really valuable point last week. I'm actually gonna open the floor right now. I'm gonna stop recording this part because I recorded it